Oh, times have changed.
Yeah. How so?
From when I was in school.
Yeah.
I
We
don't
talked
remember.
about the dunce cap earlier.
Talked about that. And also, I don't remember any teacher that I would go, ooh.
We've had this discussion on the air
Sexy.
many times, actually. The way
Not one.
the way teachers looked at one time when we were in school. There was one for me. She was a volleyball coach.
Had 0.
So one in my entire school time.
0, because I think they were all like 60.
Yeah, teachers back then seemed like they were just old women. Now, they probably weren't even really that old, but they seemed, when you're a kid especially,
They're not.
they seemed ancient.
Yeah.
They didn't seem like something you would find.
Well, my grandmother was a teacher at all the schools I went to,
Mm-hmm.
or in the districts or whatever. They were all her age or older.
Yeah. Yeah, they were grandma-aged ladies.
Yes, all of them.
That seemed that way. Yes.
They were.
Yeah.
It didn't seem that way. They were. They were all her age.
Yeah. I don't know, though. Sometimes, do you ever thinking, that guy seemed so old when I was a kid? And then you learn later on, like, oh, he was only 40.
Yes, on occasion. But legitly, when I was in school, all the teachers were that age or older.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of them by the time by the time I graduated, there was several that even retired.
Mm-hmm.
They were so old.
Well,
They were not this lady.
they were not this lady. No.
A lot of people have heard about it, but a former English teacher in Missouri started up an OnlyFans account.
Right.
Now, she kept her face hidden. She kept her name changed.
Uh-huh.
But somehow somebody found out about it that was not part of the school district, and it wasn't a kid. And then they blabbed it to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and then it started spreading like wildfire through the school system, and she ended up leaving.
Yep.
She was making $42,000 a year.
Yep.
And here is her talking about explaining why she moved from teaching to OnlyFans.
Our handbook policies are very vague, and they just say something about, like, represent yourself well. Did I violate that? I feel like that's a matter of opinion. I've definitely gone through a grieving process, especially that first week and the second week, just knowing that I won't be going back to education and I won't ever be seeing my students again. I've been able to pay off all my student loans, like any car loans or credit card debt. Like, I have no debt now, so, like, that's really freeing.
And she's made nearly $1 million.
Yeah.
$1 million in so many odd months.
Yeah. Yep. 6-ish months, let's say.
Uh-huh. And I would say this for her. She did represent herself very well. That's my opinion. She said it was a matter of opinion. I'm going, she did represent herself very well. At least in the OnlyFans world.
I want to know how it got out. Because if she didn't, I'd not heard that she didn't show her face until now.
Yeah, she never showed her face, and she had a different name.
So she had to have told someone, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
That's the problem.
Because it didn't come even from the school board or the school. It was some anonymous person that sent it to the school board to notify them about it.
It's just
somebody
knew.
Yeah.
Somebody had to have known. I would agree if you showed your face.
Eventually it's going to.
Yeah, whether that be student body or other dads or administrators or whoever maybe found, it would happen. It would happen.
I know that birthmark.
That's the other thing. Like, I don't know. So she taught at St. Clair High School. I was trying to find where it was. St. Clair. So it's like a little south of St. Louis. A lot of you have probably driven right past the little town, you know. Not overly huge, $42,000 a year. I could see it being so tempting if you look like she looks.
$1 million.
I know she's a little sad now that she can't go, but you have to know that's a risk you're taking.
I'm thinking if I could only make 10% of that, that's $100,000.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Would we get fired if we started an OnlyFans?
I can do this.
Is that going to make $100,000?
That's my move.
Oh, I think I know what you're doing. Do not subscribe.
No?
Could you be drawn into the idea of an OnlyFans account for $1 million?
Yeah.
$1 million, you wouldn't even bat an eye, right?
No. Well, I mean, it also depends what all I'd have to do, but, for the OnlyFans.
I'm not real sure what she was doing on there.
There is a limit.
Doesn't explicitly say, but you can find out for yourself for a subscription fee.
Apparently, she really didn't do. She was basically, most of it was like in bikinis.
Posing. Yes.
Yeah, and posing. She didn't do anything but herself.
Right. Well, guys will pay a lot to watch her do herself.
I don't know, $1 million. Am I wrong? Are you saying you wouldn't?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I was just asking you the question. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm not saying that at all. $1 million?
Not a bad eye. I wouldn't bet an eye.
I don't even think I'd be worried about getting fired over it.
I think we could get by with it here. It just helps us.
Yeah, I don't really think they'd even fire us. I'll go ask the boss later. I'll tell you how hard he laughs at me when I propose that I'm thinking about doing an OnlyFans. Is that cool? I'm going to guess he's just going to...
He's going to laugh.
Yeah, I know.
And he's going to say, go for it. I guarantee that's what's going to happen.
I bet he will, too.
All right. I'm OnlyFans. I've got to come up with a stage name.